I rise to read the lead debate on cassava flour, mandatory in our flour production, Bill 2023 SB 254. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, the bill on cassava flour, which was read the first time in this hallowed chamber on Wednesday, the 8th of November 2023. The bill seeks to provide a legal and regulatory framework for the mandatory inclusion of high-quality cassava flour in our edible wheat flour production and its derivatives. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, Nigeria, being the world's largest producer of cassava, has an annual output of over 63 million metric tons as of 2021, which represents 1/3 of the total output for Africa. Nigeria can take advantage of this high demand of cassava in both domestic and industrial use, locally and in international markets, which is also now used for new energy. Over the past years, successive governments since the return to democratic rule has attempted to put in place policies and legislation to encourage the inclusion of cassava in edible flour, realizing its immense benefit and cost saving to the nation. The use of cassava in wheat can significantly reduce the cost of importation of wheat, which presently stands at over $3 billion per annum. The prolonged war between Russia and Ukraine had further increased the cost of wheat globally, thereby necessitating the need to seek alternative ways to reduce the cost of wheat and all its derivatives, especially bread, which is a major staple food for the masses in Nigeria. The continued importation of wheat has negative impacts on the Nigerian economy, causing trade imbalance, loss of foreign exchange, and fueling food dependency. The bill, Your Excellency, if passed into law, will stimulate jobs creation in the agricultural sector and increase our market share of cassava earnings in foreign exchange. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, I would like to draw this hallowed chamber to some of the objectives that this bill includes. 1. Mandatory inclusion of 20% high-quality cassava flour in wheat by all producers for edible flour in Nigeria or imported into the country. 2. Encourage cassava farming and create a sustainable market for cassava flour. 3. Mandate the publication of regulations for the proportion of cassava flour in relation to wheat to be applied in processes of making edible flour. 4. Provide a tax regime and incentive for producers of mixed wheat and cassava flour and wheat importers who include cassava flour in imported wheat. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, in conclusion, in increasing demand for cassava-based produce, both in domestic and international markets, creates prospects for our market expansion and value addition. The passage of this bill will enhance the efficiency of cassava production and processing operations, as cassava is a choice for crop for the rural development, poverty alleviation, economic growth, and ultimately food security. It will further promote technology innovation and improve access to finance and market linkages that can stimulate the growth of cassava processing industry and create avenues for entrepreneurship and employment of women and youth. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, I will appeal to this hallowed chamber that it will also reduce the country's food import bill, enhance the utilization of local crops, create opportunities for businesses and employment, and genuinely boost rural development. The passage of this bill is also in alignment with the 20% cassava for flour inclusion policy initiated in June 2021 by the then Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, now renamed as the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, I would want this Hallowed Chamber to look at cassava as a staple food and as a means of adding more varieties and reducing the cost of wheat flour, which is majorly being imported into the country. I hope with these few remarks of mine, this Hallowed Chamber will consider this bill. Thank you, Your Excellency.